Okay, we are ready to go. So I did have some stuff that people sent me in the email. But
Mm-hmm.
what's your question first?
All
Because
right.
you're here, so let's help you.
Okay. So, I was doing I did the pre-test yesterday, and I think it was with the positive and negative numbers and stuff like that.
Okay.
All right. So when I did the pre-test, I wanted to know what was I doing wrong with these certain problems. So I mean, just to give me you don't have to give me the answer because I'm gonna go back in and try to bring my score up a little more because I think I scored only 13 right out of 21. But
13 out of 21, that's 67%. That ain't bad.
right. So the thing was this. All right. So you want to write it up there?
I'm waiting for you.
It says -7. Right, and then it's another negative on the side of the 7, and then it's in the parentheses, and then it's -11, and then that's it.
Okay, not too bad. So first of all, what we do is this is what you do. So first of all, order of operations, right? They all
Mm,
negative signs. You go from left to right, right? So,
right,
but this is important. So please excuse my dear and Sally, but this is important. What people don't really get.
right.
When you see this negative, or if you see a sign and you don't see another number and it's next to another sign,
That's a
that's
positive, right?
multiplication.
Okay, I know that. Okay,
So two negatives make a what?
positive
Positive. So this becomes -7 plus
plus
11.
11, right?
So now this is
Okay,
just 11 minus 7, which is,
4.
there you
Okay,
go.
all
Now,
right. So, all right.
so,
So,
but what I want you to also to do is go, okay, whatever your answer is, whether it's right, wrong, whether you didn't know how to do it, or whatever, what you do next is you then practice using your calculator because you
mhm,
got to get in the habit of using your calculator because when you get to your test, you're going to be so ready, right?
right,
Because then you're
right.
going to realize what types of concepts you're going to use your calculator for.
I was, but
So
I think
watch
I was
this.
pushing the wrong keys or something to get
Right.
the front.
I, that's why I'm about to show you right now.
Okay.
So first of all, it got -7.
Mm-hmm.
So remember the rules with this calculator.
Right.
If it starts with a negative, if the
Mhm.
expression, if the first thing you see is a negative, or if the negative is in parentheses, you're going to use the negative next to enter. So hit the negative next to enter,
Okay. Wait a minute. Okay. Yeah, that's what I was using.
hit your 7,
Right.
then you're going to hit your subtraction sign,
Okay. So maybe that's why.
then
Right.
your parentheses,
Right.
then you're going to
Okay.
hit the negative next to enter because remember I said if it starts with a negative or the negative is in parentheses. So hit
Right.
the negative next to enter, 11, close your parentheses,
Right.
and press enter.
4. Right. Okay.
Ooh, there you go.
Okay. Okay. So, and then I got another. I wrote down everything that I needed answers to, but I don't want to take up. I want everybody else to be able to answer
No,
things too.
listen, we're not going to answer every question, of course, but
Right.
that's the whole purpose of this session. So when you get stuck on something, so you're not wasting hours and hours trying to figure it out, Mr. Tinsley, help me show me how to do it. That's what the purpose. What's the next
Okay.
question?
All right. So the other one was parentheses, -1, -11, close the parentheses, then parentheses again, 13 minus 5. And I just froze.
Oh, what does parentheses mean? What operation?
Multiplication, right?
Okay, so we know that. Okay, so
Mhm.
remember your order of operations, right?
Yeah,
So we do what's in the parentheses first.
right.
Okay, so what you should know is so when you combine inside numbers, if you see two
Mhm.
negatives, you already know the answer is negative.
Right.
So here we're not multiplying or dividing, we're combining. So this is -12.
Well, right.
This is 8. 13 minus 5, because we do what's in the parentheses first.
Okay,
Parentheses mean multiplication.
right.
A negative times a positive is a negative. 12 times 8 is 96.
Okay, okay.
And then what you do is after you get your answer,
Mm-hmm.
check it with the calculator because
Okay.
that's going to add your confidence, right? So watch this. Boom. In parentheses, it starts with a negative.
Right.
Minus 11, minus 1,
Mm-hmm.
minus 11,
Mm-hmm.
13 minus 5. You're going to use a subtraction sign.
Okay.
Boop. There you go.
Okay. Okay. I don't know what I was doing wrong. All right, because some
No,
of
you
my,
knew what you knew because if you got most of them right, you knew what you was doing. But what happens
yeah,
when you see it in a certain way, sometimes you get a little nervous. But
yes.
remember, so you want to talk yourself through it. You want to talk it. You could talk yourself through those sign number rules.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right. Hey
Uh-huh.
Javette. Hey Ann. How y'all doing?
All right, hi, Mr. Tinsley. Hi,
And
everybody.
Hello,
how y'all
everybody.
doing?
Hello.
What's the
Hello.
next question? So she just asked about sign numbers. We did 2 problems with sign numbers. Anybody else been working on anything they need
Yes,
help with this week?
I have a few questions.
Okay, and what
Let
what
me
do
get
we what do you have for me?
let me get it for you.
So I'm not sure if anybody knows, but let me put this right here.
All
I'm
right,
so, so
Eagles, go
that's see
Eagles.
what that say. It's football season about to start. So
Yes.
I will let you know. On Sundays, I will not be available for tutoring
Okay.
because I'll be watching the Eagles.
I hate my-
Oh, somebody sent me something in the chat. Oh, okay. So that's what I'm saying. So someone else in the chat said I had similar questions. See?
Okay.
See?
Yes.
Yeah, good.
Yes. Okay.
So what happened? My son came home, surprised me with the Eagles
Oh.
cup.
Oh.
I haven't used when listen, it's Eagle season. I will not be drinking out of anything else until the season is over.
Like my partner, he'll play that.
Yeah. Javette, what you been working on this week?
Started from the beginning. I hope I went to the right one in Canvas that you was telling me to go to Canvas. And
Mhm.
it was like a it was almost um like a skill test, like to see how quickly you can answer. But it was the multiplication. I was starting at the beginning
Oh,
and
you
to
mean
see how quick.
yeah. Yep. One of the most important things, let me explain something. One of the most important things in math, believe it or not, is learning your multiplication tables and having them down because it's going to help you with squares. It's going to help you with cubes. It's going to help you with square roots. It's going to help you with factoring. It's going to help you with least common multiple. It's going to help you with greatest common factor. So this one of the most important things in math. And people think, oh yeah, no, multiplication tables. You should be able to do 100 problems in under 5 minutes, and you should
Well,
know
I
them
was
just
doing
like
it
that.
and it was giving me, I had like a 40%. And I thought I was answering them quick, but then it's like, oh no, you ain't answering that fast. I was
Hmm.
like, oh my God, I thought I was going good.
So let me see if I can find it real quick. SPO.
But it was kind of fun though to see how quickly I
Mm-hmm.
could. No.
I thought I had it in here. I think this is it right here. Let me show other people what I'm talking about, what you're talking about. I think this is it right here. That is not it. That is not it. Okay. Let me see. I got a link in the course, but I can't find it on the website. Let me see. Um, one of the
S P
videos.
O SPORCL dot
I
com.
got it.
Okay. Yeah.
Let me show it. So a lot of most resources I use here are free. So it's 78 questions and it's multiplication. So you just start the quiz, 3 times 1, 3, 24, 36. Oops, I meant to take 36, 60, 8, 7, 20, 12. That's how fast you should be doing a 54, 77. 2,400. If you can't do them that fast, that's all right. That's all right. That's why you practice every day. You practice every day because it's going to help you with your least common multiple, your greatest common factor. If you know that your greatest common factor is going to help you with factoring. So when you got to factor quadratic equation, that's going to help you. When your squares, your square roots, your cube roots, it's going to help you. So I would do this, and what I would usually say to my class is, I need you to be able to finish this in 5 minutes and have 90% correct, over 90%. Now, some you're gonna get wrong because like you saw me say 36, but I typed 35. But again, as you practice every day, you're gonna be able to get it. See?
Yeah, I
Look at
didn't
that.
think so I was trying to figure out like after this, like what other like stuff like this that I can do to help me to
hmm
you know do
This
it.
I would say start with that first. Usually I give anybody I tutor, I give them 2 weeks to be able to do this with 90% accuracy. So again, so that's part of the things. Did you find that problem, man?
Yeah, and I was just leaving you guys to talk.
Oh no, what's that problem?
Hold on. Let me get it again. So this one here, it's like an absolute value
Mm-hmm.
question. It has the two brackets,
Mm-hmm.
3 plus x equal, yeah. No, sorry, yes, equal 5.
Okay. So this is what you got to remember. They're not even gonna have this on the exam.
Oh, really?
I can tell you that right now. They're not even
Oh,
gonna have something this difficult now. But it's easy though. What
okay.
values of x will give you either 5 or -5?
So,
Because
Oh,
remember, the absolute value of -5 is 5, and the absolute value of 5 is 5, right?
mm-hmm.
So what you're gonna do is say, right? Watch this. I'm show you what you ready?
Yeah.
X plus 3 equal 5.
Mm-hmm.
X plus 3 equal -5. Subtract 3 from both sides. X equal 2. Subtract 3 from both sides. You get x equal -8. Easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
Mm-hmm.
So what you do is remember the negative and the positive will give you the number you want the absolute value of. So when you set your equation up, you do plus and minus. X plus 3 equal 5. X plus 3 equal -5.
I have one more for you.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, two more.
Go ahead. Give me the
Um,
next
which of the following pairs of
one.
points
Mm-hmm.
satisfies the equation
Oh,
for
I got I gotta type that in. Which of the
of
following
pairs
pairs
of points
of points
satisfies the equation
that satisfies the equation
4x minus 2y
4x minus 2y
equal 10
equal 10?
and lie on the same line?
Okay. And what's your multiple choice? Okay. Let me see if
Uh,
let me tell you if and lies on the same line.
mm-hmm.
A is what?
3, 2, and 4, 4.
2 and 4?
3, 2,
3, 2, like that?
yes, and
Mm-hmm.
4, 4. No, it's like two of them together. That
Okay.
and 4, 4.
Mm-hmm.
2 minus 2 and 5, 5. 8, 3, 6 minus 1 and 3, 1, 6, 7.
Listen, if I told you
Uh-huh.
This is one of the easiest problems you can ever come across.
Really?
Mm.
Listen, remember, one of the things I fall back on is that yes, you want to learn these concepts, but what you're also doing is learning how to use the calculator at the same time. So understand what an equation is. An equation means that I'm going to get the same value on both sides of the equation, right? So in this case, we got two variables, x and y. Each point has an x and y. So watch how easy this becomes. I'm not even going to think about doing this by hand. I could, but why? Watch this. Watch this. I'm going to grab my calculator. Let me clear everything out. Watch this. So I need, what pair of points fall on this line, right? So this is x is 3, right? Y is 2, correct? Understand that?
Mhm.
So 3 store x, 2 store y. I'm going to plug this equation in. 4x minus 2y. I should get 10. Did I get 10? Did I get 10?
You got 8,
I
right?
got 8. So I didn't get 10. So it's not A. So I'm going to go to my second point, 2 minus 2. So again, x is 2 minus 2 is y. And I'm going to plug this equation in. 4x plus 2y. I need to get 10 if it's equal. Did I get 10?
No.
I know it's not B. I'm going to go to C. 8 store x. 3 store y. I'm going to plug that equation in. 4x minus 2y. Did I get 10?
No.
So I already know it's D because I've tried the first 3. But let's do it. 3 store x. 1 store y. Instead of me typing it in, I can now use my calculator, go back up to my equation again, press enter again. Did I get 10?
Yes.
Easy money, 30 seconds.
Mm.
Mm.
You see, because what most people are doing, where do I start? I don't understand where to start. What am I doing? So this is what they wanted you to do. This is what they wanted you to do. It'd take forever, but this is what they wanted you to do. They wanted you to say, okay, this is in standard form. So we know how to find a slope, minus 4 over minus 2, which is a slope of 2. And then they want you to find a slope of each of these first. So 4 minus 2 over 4 minus 1. That's 2 over 3. Oops, not 4 minus 1, 4 minus 3, which is a slope of 2. So it could be A. 5 minus a minus 2. We already know it's not that. 5 minus 2 is 7 over 3. So we know it's not B. Minus 1 minus 3 over 6 minus 8. Minus 4 over minus 2. My slope is 2. 7 minus 1 over 6 minus 3. I get 6 over 3. My slope is 2. So right now, they all have the same slope. So now we got to see what's the, because it lies on the same line. Look how long this problem is taking me. Then I would have to plug each one of these in to the point slope formula or plugging into y mx plus b to get your y-intercept. What I'm telling you to do is, if you know how to use this calculator, understand what an equation is. Heck with doing all this work. It ain't worth the time and effort. Oops, I didn't mean to erase everything. Hold on. Hold on. Oh my goodness, I really messed that up. Hold on. Oh my goodness. I erased, oh, there we go. Hold on. Let's see. Let me erase some of this stuff. So my point is, understand what an equation is. When they give you a point, so let me just make it. Let me just make an equation up real quick. Y equal 2x plus 3. right? I'm gonna give you a table. When x is 1, when I plug x is 1, I get 2 times 1 plus 3 is 5. If I plug a 2 in, I get 2 times 2 plus 3 is 7. Those points are on that line. They satisfy that equation. So instead of trying to figure out that the hard way, what you do is with the original equation you just gave me, is take your multiple choice and plug them in. So this is why I said, okay, if you look at A, they gave me a point of 3, 2. But I know each ordered pair is x, y. So when they give me that point 3, 2, my x is 3, my y is 2. So this is where I stored it on the calculator. And then you plug them in to this expression. If those two values that you plugged in satisfy this equation, you'll get 10. Now, you could have did it this way. Let me show you. You could have did it this way. This is even, it might be even easier. I don't know. I like storing my variables. I like using the calculator. But you also could have done this. Watch this. And this is why I preach to anybody. Listen, you want to pass your GED without having to study for months, learn how to use this calculator. Take that 2 weeks. Watch this. 4 times 3 minus 2 times 2. Does anybody know why did I type that in the calculator? Remember what I told you? From that first point, my x is what?
Parentheses.
My x is 3. So I'm taking that 3 and I'm plugging it right there as x. My
Okay.
y is what from this point? 2. So I'm plugging that in right there. So in my calculator, that's all I did. 4 times 3 minus 2 times 2. Now I just hit enter. Did I get 10? No. So I go to the next one. I go back up into there. My next point is 2 minus 2. So I change this to 2. I change this to minus 2. Remember, in parentheses, use the negative next to enter. Did I get 10?
No.
No. So go back up to it again. And my next point is 8 and 3. 8 and 3. Did I get 10?
No.
No. I go to my last one. I'm going to plug 3 and 1. This is another way you can do it. Listen, if you understand how to use this calculator, this problem now become an easy problem. It got 10. I know it's D. 30, 45 seconds at the most. I finished that problem. If you're trying to listen, and what you did was you didn't have any idea where to start, did you?
I
I'm
know
just
you plug
right.
in thing, but after they give like 3 and 2 and 4 and 4, that's where I got confused.
Exactly. And that's so what happens is what they want you to do. So another thing you could do is this. Okay, so let me show you another way. Always identify what you know. So I'm see I did all this stuff on it and see. Let me see if I can erase it. Yes, I can. Okay. Without erasing everything. I did watch this. I'm gonna show you a nice little trick. Watch this. Remember, that linear equation is in standard form. So I can find my y-intercept and I can find my slope, right? Watch this. I'm gonna show you a nice little trick. Always don't get confused. It might not look or you've seen a problem like this. Identify what you know. That's in standard form. My slope is -4 over -2, which is a +2. My y-intercept is 10 over -2, which is -5. So my equation is y equal 2x minus 5, right? Then another way you could have done this is then now go to your calculator. Watch this. This is easy money. So I just show you 3 different ways to do this problem. If you looked in my ebook, you know if you get 2 points, you should know how to get the equation of a line. Data, put my 2x. Let me clear this out. I'm only going to do the last one. I'm going to do the last one.
Okay.
Since we know the answer is D. So my X's are 3 and 6. And then my Y's are 1 and 7. Second, data, 2 variable calculate. This took it even less time. I'm going to go down to AB. So there's my slope right there. There's my y-intercept right there. Slope is 2. Y-intercept is -5. I'm done. But this stuff, it takes practice. So this is why I suggested to you, go through the book first, eBook first, and learn how to use the calculator. And as you're doing problems and you're practicing, when you get to the GED problems, they're going to make so much more sense that they're going to be like, oh, why am I trying to do this way? I know what an equation is. They're giving me the answers. Plug them in until I get my answer. It's not even worth doing it. Now, this is for the GED. Now, on the AccuPlacer or some other things, they're not giving you multiple choice. You got to do the problem out. So that's different. But for our purposes right now, and what you need it for to pass the GED, learn how to use that calculator. It's going to be your best friend. I'm telling you. Because most people, matter of fact, well, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take that problem and I got a class. I got to doing some stuff with some other educators to teachers. And I'm going to give them 2 minutes. And I'm going to tell you next Monday how many got it right. I can almost guarantee you. Listen, and this is from teachers. I guarantee you in 2 minutes, nobody's going to get it right. I mean, nobody's going to be able to answer. And I'm going to ask teachers. I'm not going to ask students. I'm going to ask educators. And I'm going to give them 2 minutes to do that problem. Let's see if they get it right. Watch this. And I'm going to tell you the results next week. All right. What's the next problem, man?
Actually, I'm gonna write soon, so I don't know. Like, I'm so like nervous. I don't know, what to study. I try to study in every little thing.
So
So
so this is why I said to you last week. For example, right? That first problem you gave me is not going to be on the exam. How do I so what happened was you sat there and you wasted so much time trying to figure that problem out. It's not even going to be on your exam. That's
yeah.
why I'm telling you, go to my site, take your pretest and take your assessments on my site. I'm telling you, everything that you need, I'm giving it to you. All these, let me pause it for a second. Pause it. Hold on. All right, so we're back. Again, I want you to understand, I can't give you certainties, of course, but what I can tell you is, the only person since 2014 that, give me 30 days straight, use my site, use my ebook, you're going to pass. I can't make it any simpler than that. So if you go into class, of course, I don't want you going to class saying, oh, my online teacher told me. Don't even do that. No, don't do that. Just go to class, take your notes, have a better understanding. But when you come home, I'm telling you, practice using my site. Practice using the calculator, using that ebook to learn how to use that calculator. I'm telling you, I'm going to make it easy for you. And so I don't know where to start. I'm jumping all over the place. Start from the first one, whole numbers. If you get an 80%, go to the next one. Decimals. Well, I don't even know what I put next. But anyway, if you score 80 above, go to the next one. If you score 80 above in the pretest, go to the next one. You can go right in order. You don't have to jump all over the place. The only reason why I said jump is if you score like a 143, a 144. If you score that close to passing, go to your practice test, go to your test that you just taken, you just missed passing by 1 or 2 points, and focus on the concepts that you got wrong. But if you're not strong in math, you start from the beginning, work your way down in order. That's all you got to do. I'm telling you, going to pass the exam. I can't make it any more simple. You're going to pass the exam. Okay. All right. What's next? What's the next question?
Okay, so
Do I need to type it in or can I write it?
You have to like write it.
Okay. Go ahead.
Megan funds.
You said Megan?
Uh-huh.
hmm
Raise funds for the Cancer Society for 7 straight days.
Works 7 straight days.
Yeah.
So next time what you can do before class, just take a picture, send it to my email. And then what I'll
Okay.
do is I'll change that to a PDF and I'll put it right on screen. Megan works 7 straight days.
Uh-huh.
hmm
She raised the following amount.
hmm
525,
525.
350.
Oh, it's each day. Okay,
Yeah.
525, 350,
275,
275,
630,
630,
10, 10,
10,
10,
10,
yeah. 275
275,
and X.
and X.
What would the value of X equal if the average fund collected were 500?
Listen, listen, and perfect question. This is one of the most missed questions on the GED exam. This is one of the most missed questions on the GED exam. Why? Because when you're in class, they tell you how to do the average. Add them up, divide how many there are. And everybody knows that. But the
Yeah,
problem is when you get to your exam, they give you this question and you don't even know what it is. I'm
correct.
gonna show you how to do this in a minute. First, I'm gonna do by hand. First, I'm gonna do it by hand. Then I'm gonna use the calculator. Okay, let me put my pen on the board to get my pen read. Okay, 7 straight days. The average is 500. So
Mm-hmm.
you know your total. 500 times 7 is 3,500. You understand that? So what does the average mean? I'm gonna show you what it means. So watch this. 6, 8, 7, and 6, 8, and 7. That's 3 numbers, right? 14 plus 7 is 21. 21 divided by 3, my average is 7. That's like you saying you got 7, 7, and 7. Understand that? That's the same exact thing. They're not the actual numbers, but it's like saying I got 7 each day. That's what the average is. So, because of that, you got to understand the concept. Now you're working backwards. So normally we add and divide by how many there are, right?
I have a question. So you actually gonna count the X as something. So if it's like
Yes,
2, 4, 6, so it's gonna be 7, including the X, right?
exactly. So you got
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. They gave you 6 days. This is the 7th day. Now, I would use my calculator. Watch this. I'm gonna show you something. Now, if they give you did they give you multiple choice? Or they just asked you to answer?
No, I think they did give me multiple choice. Yeah.
So I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you 2 ways to do this problem. One without the multiple choice. If they now for the GED, they're not gonna ask you like that. They're gonna give you multiple choice. If they give you the multiple choice, I'm gonna show you how to do it in less than 30 seconds. If they don't give you, if they ask a question like this, then it's gonna be a little different. So first of all, you gotta work backwards. So instead of adding them up and divide by how many there are, you gotta do the opposite. So you gotta multiply and then subtract from what you have. So we got 3,500. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Watch this. I'm gonna grab my calculator. Watch how easy this problem is. Watch this. So let me clear everything out. Let me move this calculator over. And I'm gonna do 500 times 7. That gives me 3,500. Now I'm gonna subtract each of these values. Minus 525, minus 350, minus 275, minus 630, minus 1010, minus 275. Bam, I'm done. X is 435. Not even 30 seconds.
Yeah, that is one of the answer.
I already know. Listen, listen. I can't tell you enough. Now, so you said they gave you, let me save this first. And then this way, I'm gonna do the multiple choice and show you the difference. Okay, let me erase all this. And I'm gonna give me the multiple choice And then I'm going to show you how to solve this the common sense way. What are the multiple choice answers?
480,
Mm-hmm.
595,
Mm-hmm.
375,
Mm-hmm.
and 435.
435. Watch this. So if you bought my ebook, you already know how to do the average on here. So how do we do the average? You go to data. Let me clear this out. And this is what I mean. Listen, I'm trying to give you the easiest way to pass this GED. Okay, instead of doing all that math by hand, I show you how in the ebook how to find an average using the calculator. Watch this. So 525, enter, 350, enter, 275, enter, 630, enter, 1010, enter, 275, enter. Now, we got to include the last number. So we're going to use our multiple choice. So first of all, what do we know? The higher the number is, the higher the average is going to be. So when I do 480 here, I'm going to type in 480. That's my first multiple choice. And I'm going to do second data, one variable, calculate. My average is 506. That's too high. So right away, I know the number can't be 480 or above because 480, the average too high. So I know it can't be A. I know it can't be B.
Mhm.
Right? So now I'm going to go back. I'm going to go to my data and I'm going to change that last number to 375. 375, enter, second data, one variable, calculate. See my average? My average is 491. It's not C. So I now know my answer is 435, but I'm going to prove it to you. I'm going to go back and change my last number to 435. 435, enter, second data, one variable, calculate. And this is how you walk through it. Now, what's my average? X bar 500, done. If they give you the answers and you know how to use a calculator, it's the easiest problem in the book on the test. But what happens is let me clear the screen so I can save it for you. What happens, this is what happens. This is what you've been used to calculating the mean or the average by adding everything up and dividing how many there are. So when they give you something different, you're not prepared for it. So now your brain is scrambling, but you still start the same way. What is given? They gave me the average already. So that means if I got an average of a 90 of 5 exams, so I don't care. So if I got an 85, a 95, a 83, a 97, that's the average of a 90. That's the same as saying 90, 90, 90, 90.
Mhm.
If you know that, when they give you the mean, you're doing opposite. So I'm multiplying to get my total, subtracting the ones I already know. It's going to get you your answer. Like I can actually do something. Watch this. I'm going to show you something. Watch this. Watch this. 83, 87. Let's do 89. I don't know. I'm just making these up. 91, right? Watch this. So, first of all, 87, 89, right? 83, 91. My min is 83. My high is 91. My middle is like 87, 89. So, if I was trying to figure out the median, it would be the middle. That's 88, right? But what you're doing is, look, you went up 4, you went up 2, you went up 2. But you got 3 spots, right? Matter of fact, I'm not even gonna show you that. I'm not, now I don't want to confuse. I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna do that. See, let me clear it. Let me clear it. But it's a way if you're getting that average. So say for example, um, let me give smaller numbers. Let me see if I can find. I did that for the prison. Let me see if I can find this prison one. Let me check my email real quick and see if I can find this prison one. I did a professional development for the Philadelphia prisons. And one of the questions one of the ladies sent me was similar to that question. Let me show you. Um, Let me see. Yeah, I did a lot of professional development. I showed a whole lot of people how to pass the GED. I showed teachers how to teach the GED math. Did a whole lot.
Good.
See, let me see if I can find it. This is like 2 or 3 years ago. So let me just try to type it in real quick. And I'm gonna show you another way that you could do something like that. See, come on. Yep, is that it right there? I need the attachment though. Let's see. I think this is it right here. What is this? No, that's the book I made. See, with those numbers, with those high numbers like that, it's a little bit. Okay, I know what I can put in. I found it. It's problems. There we go. It should come up. I got a driver's license permit handbook. Wow. I really want to show you this problem so you see what I'm talking about. If doing these types of problems for mean and finding the average and finding the missing value, if you go into mean in my course, you'll see under Khan Academy, I have a specific example, specific questions that says find the missing value given the mean. That's right in my course. This it right here. Nope, that's not it either. Oh, I did a bunch. Okay, I can't find it. I apologize. Um, I apologize. I can't find it right now. Mm, mm, mm. Mm. Practice. See if that's it. That is not it. Okay, I'm sorry. I can't find it right now. But it's like the perfect problem. What I can do is, let me see if I can find, let me see. This is what I'll do. I'll do Khan Academy. Uh, uh, find missing value given the mean. Given, find missing value given mean. Because I know the exercise I used. Let's see if we can find it this way. Let me take this off. Let me see it. Because it's one of the most missed questions on the exam. Practice right there. So if you don't know how to do that problem, now I showed you how to do it. Now you go practice it. So in this case, all I did was, now you can go into my site and look for it, or you can was the missing value given the mean. Watch this. So this is a word problem. And this is what most people have problems with, word problem. The following table shows the number of fire hydrants in each neighborhood overseen by Fire District 9. Clear water, 17. Shamrock, 15. Make that, let me see if I can make it a little bigger. Hidden Village, 21. Tower Terrace, 12. Prairie Pass, you don't know. If the mean of the data is 15, find a number of fire hydrants. So watch this. 15. We know the average. That's like everything is 15. That's like replacing every number, everyone there with 15. This is plus 2 over the average. This is plus 0. This is plus 6. This is minus 3. Everybody understand how I got those numbers?
No.
So 17 is 2 more than the average of 15.
Okay.
15 is the same as the average. 21 is 6 more than the average. 12 is 3 less than the average, right? So I get 2 plus 6 is 8, minus 3 is a plus 5. So I need a minus 5. So this is 10. Because I need to cancel this plus 5 out. So I'm going to take minus 5, which is opposite plus 5, from this value right here. Now, if I add these up, 7, 5 is 12, 13, 14, 15 plus 0 is a 5. Carry a 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Divided by 5, there go my average of 15. That's a fill in the blank. They want you to answer that question. They're not giving you multiple choice. But again, let me run through this problem again. Let me clear it. When I find the average, if I know the average is 15, that's like saying each of these are 15. Right? So because I know what the average is, that's not my actual numbers. So 17 is 2 more than 15. 15 is the same thing as 15. 21 is plus 6, is 6 more than 15. 12 is 3 less than 15. So now take these numbers, I add them up. 2 plus 6 is 8, minus 3 is a positive 5. For me to break even, I need the opposite of this. The opposite of plus 5 is minus 5. So 15 minus 5 is 10. Now, that's one way you could do it. The way I just showed you earlier was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 neighborhoods with the fire hydrant. So you take your calculator. Let me clear this out. Now, I think this is also an easy way. But if not, you practice. So I know the average is 15. I know it's 5 of them, so I'm working different. I'm working opposite. 15 times 5, 75. Minus 12, minus 21, minus 15, minus 17, equal 10. Ooh. Like you sitting here and you're like, huh? He did it all these different ways and still got 10? Yes. But you have to understand what the average means. If you understand the concept of average, it makes it a little bit easier for you. So to me, if they give you the average and they're asking for the missing value, you find the total first, including that missing value. So you multiply my average times how many I have, and then subtract each of the values until you get the missing value. Ooh. So remember, if you had problems with finding the missing value given the mean, you can go right on Khan Academy and go to this exercise. So what I said was 10. So then Khan Academy is going to give you a bunch of different problems, different word problems. If the mean is 2, so I need 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 minus 4 is 4. That's easy. I'm done. 4, 8 minus 4, check. Easy. 273. This is a bigger number, but that's okay. I'm going to do it the other way this time. I'm not going to subtract. Those numbers are too big. I don't want to hurt my brain. But what I do know is if I'm giving my mean, I'm multiplying. So 273 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I got my total, and I'm subtracting each of these. Minus 244, minus 353, minus 235, minus 311. What I have left? 222. Let's check it. Ooh, there you go. So again, if you go under mean, median, mode, and range, you'll see under Khan Academy practice, you'll see this link. Or you can just Google it. Khan Academy, find missing value given mean. We working tonight, aren't we? We working tonight. What's next? Destiny, I know you got a question for me, Destiny. I know you got one for me. You got a question for me, Destiny?
No, they're asking all the questions that I need to go over.
Good, good,
My
good.
thing is always was hard for me to do. I don't know why it's so hard. It's always if I could just get that formula sheet down.
Well,
When I get into testing and I get freeze up on what formula goes with what, and I'm just
okay. So you can also go to my website, passgdmath.com, and I have flashcards for your formulas.
okay.
I got
Um,
flashcards for your formulas.
I have a question.
Yes.
Like for the geometry section, what like you think mostly would come?
I can tell you exactly what you're gonna get. Hold on, let me go to my formula sheet. Geometry. Okay.
Mm.
You definitely gonna have area of a compound figure.
Oh,
So they're not gonna ask you area of a square. They might, but usually you get the area perimeter of a rectangle. You definitely gonna get area circumference of a circle.
Yes, you are.
So that's three questions right there. So they're gonna ask you area perimeter. They might ask you both for area and perimeter of a rectangle. You're definitely going to get a question about area of a circle or circumference of a circle. I guarantee you. So that's three questions right there.
oh my God.
Geometry. Now we're talking about volume. Let me clear the screen. When we talk about volume and surface area, you can probably one, two, three. You're gonna have three questions. Two
The
on
pyramid,
volume,
pyramid
one,
gonna come?
huh?
Pyramid?
Well, I don't know which one, but under surface, you're
Okay.
going to get three. So surface area and volume, you're going to have three questions. So it might be sphere, it might be cone, it might be pyramid, it might be cylinder, it might be rectangular prism. I haven't seen right prism. I mean, you might have it. I
So
haven't seen
the pyramid for surface area, what the PS stands for next to the half?
it. Okay. Very good question. So what does the
Yeah.
PH stand for which one? You said for right
No,
prism? The PS?
yeah, right. Yes,
So the
yes.
pyramid. Let me draw a pyramid for you. Hold on. Right. Make a dot right there. Try to draw my lines. Pyramid, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is for surface area. Okay. 1/2 PS plus the base. So what they're telling you is if you look on your look at that. It's telling you what the P, S, and the B are. So my P is perimeter of the base. So if I change this to red, so my base is the bottom, taking the perimeter of that. Got me?
Mm-hmm.
My S is what's called my slant height. Right there. Whatever that height is. So if they ask you surface area of a pyramid, your P is your perimeter of your base, your S is your slant height. This right here is the area of the base where you multiply the length and the width. Are you going to have it? I don't think so. But if you did, they have to give you all that information. So all you're going to do is plug it in. So say this is 7, this is 5, and my slant height was 3. It's nothing to do. All you have to recognize is that they're asking for the surface area of a pyramid. You're going to go to your formula sheet. You're going to identify your givens, which is P is your perimeter. So 7 and 5 is 12 times 2 is 24. So you're going to go 1/2 times my P, which is my perimeter. If you don't know how to do the perimeter for a rectangle, that means you ain't practiced enough on my site. That should be easy. Length and width times 2. So 7 plus 5 is 12 times 2 is 24. Times S, my slant height, 3. Plus the area of the base, 7 times 5 is 35. So my surface area be 71. Easy problem. But you got to know, again, I'm giving you the tips. Identify what they're asking. So find the surface area of this pyramid. Identify your givens. Understand this. Everything to solve this problem, they have to give you. They have to give you P. They have to give you S. They don't have to give you B, though. I mean, they don't have to give you P. They don't have to give you B. But they do have to give you the length and the width of that base. So you got to know that the P stands for perimeter and the capital B stands for area of the base. But hold on, is that new? Am I a neurologist? Am I a rocket scientist? No. All you're doing is looking at your formula sheet. It
Hmm.
tells you right there. So every time you're studying math, have your formula sheet out. Every time you study your math, have your scrap paper. Every time you study math, have your calculator. Every single time. So every time they ask you to use a formula, you go to your formula sheet. You come back to your problem, you write it down. You say it out loud, plug it in, put it in your calculator. I'm making it sound like simple. And people say, "Oh," but
Yeah.
listen,
Yeah, making it sound
listen.
so easy.
But if you
Yeah.
but if you get in the habit of listening to what I'm saying, identifying what they want to know, identifying your givens, find the formula they need you to use, plug them in. Watch how. All right, let's go to a problem. Let's go to a word problem. Let me clear this out. Let me tear this out. Let me go to volume and area. Oh, I only have my do I have my site open? I do not. The reason why, because I've been working on, I'm actually building like 2 courses for Word and Excel. So I want all my students to be able to get certifications in Word and Excel. So I'm building a course from scratch because I also did 2 textbooks for Word and Excel. So let me open this math course. Um, let's Let me go to volume. Again, enough practice in here. I got so much here. Just go module by module, go straight down. Go straight down. If you go through that ebook first, you'll see how. So let's do which shape do you want to do? You tell me a shape. Volumes, I mean cylinder, sphere. What shape you want me to work on? Anybody? What shape?
We'll do the pyramid.
Cylinder, cone,
Calendar.
pyramid,
The
pyramid.
pyramid. Pyramid.
Watch this. Watch this. Let me show you. And this is all practice. Don't cost you nothing. All to take your time. So what you do, remember, you got that formula sheet, you got your calculator. What is this? What is this? Oh, I know why. I got a view as a student. Sorry about that. I gotta act like I'm a student. There we go. Now it should open up. I was like, what is this though? Insights. So I can actually see like how long each person is taking on the problem, whether they get it right, whether they get it all that. I don't look at that stuff. I just got it right on. Watch this. So find the volume of rectangular pyramid with a length of 5 inches, a width of 7, and a height of 8. So first thing you first what you're gonna do is they want you to find the volume. That's what they will of what a rectangular pyramid. So that's the first thing. A rectangular pyramid. So I'm gonna go to my formula sheet. Let me take a pic. Let me go to my formula sheet. There's my rectangular prism right there. What did it say? Rectangular pyramid? What a rectangular prism? I think it said rectangular pyramid, right? So volume equal 1/3 capital B times H. Well, we know capital B is the area of the base. So capital B is the area. We know a rectangle, right? The area of a rectangle is length times width. So we identified our givens. We identified everything we need to know. Let's go back to the problem. So we take our calculator and you plug it into our formula. Watch this. I should have put it on the left side. Hold on. Let me move this over so I can have my calculator right. Okay, watch this. 1/3 base times height, right? So identify what we know. Our length is 5, our width is 7. So we know our base has a length of 5 and a width of 7. So we're going to type exactly what you said. We're going to say ND. We're going to say 1/3 base times height, right? But we know the capital B is the area of the base. So that's 7 times 5. Times the height, which is 8. 280 divided by 3. Oh, I don't know what that is. Hit your double arrows to change to a decimal. Look at that. Easy problem. But it has, everything has to be, you can't rush this process. Anything, what you should learn from me is, what do they want to know? Identify my givens. What formula do I need? Or if they gave me multiple choice, can I plug them in? In this case, they ask you for the volume straight out. That's easy. 1/3 capital B times H, or 1/3 the area of the base. You should know 7 times 5 is 35. Height is 8. Plug them right into your calculator, change to a decimal. 93.3. And you can do this CK12 or the Khan Academy as many times as you want. So let's check it. We are right. Now let's go to the next question. If the volume of a pyramid having a square base with a side 5 centimeters is 50, then the height of the pyramid is what? So now they switched it up. So now what you're doing is you're becoming anxious. You're becoming frustrated. I don't know how to do this problem. This is what I want you to do. Take a deep breath. Mr. Tinsley said, what are they asking? Mr. Tinsley said, identify your givens. Okay. Square base. So I have a. So what do I know about a square? All sides are equal. So if they said the square base with 5, I know this side is 5, this side is 5. Does everybody understand that? I know the volume of a pyramid. Volume equal 1/3 area of the base times the height. If both my sides are 5, what's my area of the base? What's my area of the base?
25.
25. So I got V equal 1/3 the area of the base, which is 25. And I don't know my height, correct? But they gave me what else? What's the other known? Okay, look at that, cubic centimeters. That tells me that that's V. So 50 equals 1/3 times 25 times H. Okay, so what's the opposite of dividing by 3? What's the opposite? Multiplying by what? I need you to understand that 1/3 means you're dividing by 3. Does everybody understand that? So V equal 1/3 B times H is the same as V equal B times H divided by 3. Does everybody understand that? So in order to get rid of this 3, I got to multiply by 3. Whatever I do on one side, I do on the other. These 3's cancel. So I get, if I multiply this by 3 and multiply this by 3, I get 150. These cancel, equal 25H. Does everybody understand that? Okay. To get H by itself, we divide by 25. So you should know 25 times 4 is 100. 25 times 2 is 150. So H is equal to 6. Mr. Tinsley, oh my God, help me. Oh my God, I don't know how to do that. Okay. Watch the common sense way. Now I'm going to show you the way you should be done in 45 seconds. Watch this. First of all, identify your givens. Square base with 5 centimeters. Watch this. I'm going to show you. Watch this. I'm going to draw it again. My base is 5 by 5. My volume is 50, right? Watch this. But I know my formula is B times H divided by 3. I know the area of my base, which is 25. I don't know my height, divided by 3. Equal, my volume is 50. Does everybody understand that? I don't want to solve this algebraically, but guess what? You don't have to. Watch this. I'm going to show. Let me move this over. Remember, I told you, if they give you multiple choice, you should be able to figure it out if you know the formula to use. I'm gonna move all this over here. Watch this. Watch how simple this gets with the calculator. I'm trying to tell you. I'm gonna make your life easier. Learn how to use this calculator. Watch this. I'm gonna use my multiple choice. So in D, the area of the base is 25. My first multiple choice is 30 divided by 3. Enter. Did I get 50? No. I go back up here. I go to my second multiple choice. My second multiple choice was 6. I'm going to plug that 6 in as my height. I'm going to hit enter. Did I get 50?
Yes.
I'm done. Not even a minute. Because what you should understand is they're giving you the unknown of the height as the multiple choice. So plug that height in, each multiple choice as the height until you get the volume of 50. Easy problem. Now I don't got to do no algebra. I don't got to do one side due to the other. I don't got nothing. I just plug those values in until I get my volume of 50. Done. So this takes practice. You know, you're not just going to put the book to your head and know it. So you have to get in CK12. You got to go. But what you also have to understand is you got to know the previous concepts in math. So you can't be skipping all over the place. Go to each module, take the pre-test, and you want, now mastery to me is 80 or above. But if you get 70, 75, to the next section. Try to figure out the ones you got wrong, go to the next session. And then you keep moving down. You practice. This ain't no 100-meter dash or 55-meter sprint. So you got to go through it. What happens is what people are doing is they're trying to solve a system of equations and don't even know what a linear equation is. You can't do it. It's going to be a system of equations is 2 linear equations, and you try to satisfy both solutions. So you got to go in order, and you practice. So you get on a site like CK12, you get on a site like Khan Academy, and you practice. Now, if you don't understand a problem and it's taking you too long to understand it, you pause, you take a picture, you send it to me. And I say, this is where you're making your mistake. Oh! Or if you're in Khan Academy, you can actually ask for a hint and it shows you. Or say we put 6, say we get 15, we check it. Look at this. Remember that when finding the area of the base, S squared is the side length times itself, not multiplied by 2. Try again. 18. This is a pyramid, not a prism. Remember to divide by 3 when using the equation. So it's giving you clues if you get it wrong. Right here. 1/3 pyramid. Base, area to base. So I was like, well, how do I do this? They only gave me 1 because they told you it's a square. See, remember, identify your givens. When they tell you it's a square, if this side is 4, this side is 4. That means my area of the base is 16. So my volume is the area of the base times my height divided by 3. This is what you should be doing for every problem. Writing down the formula from your formula sheet and then plugging it in. V equal 16 times 6 divided by 3. V equal 3 going to 3 once, 3 going to 6 twice. 16 times 12 is 32. That's how you should be doing this problem. And then you go check it. Let's see if we're right. 32. That's how you work with a purpose. Got me? So either Khan Academy, again, all this practice, leave student view. All this practice is available for you in this free course. You don't have to go anywhere else. You don't have to use anything else. Go in order, make sure you understand those foundation concepts. Again, how do you get there? Go to modules. So if you're not comfortable going to that pages, go to your modules. And this is the order you can work in if you want. Whole numbers, absolute value sign numbers, decimals, fractions, ratio and proportions, percents. Now, those are the foundation areas you should know. Okay. Then you move into the other concepts and exponents too. Those are the foundational. But once you have those down, probability, area and perimeter, volume, and I don't know why I keep moving down so fast. Volume, mean, median, mode, and range, tables, charts, and graph, angles, triangle. You just go right down the list. Now, if you score 142, 143, 144, then you're saying, okay, I only need a couple points. Let me just focus on the areas I missed. Then you don't have to do all that other stuff. Just focus on the areas in which you missed. And this is enough practice. Like, look at linear equations. I gave you so much work that if you work through this, you're going to be ready. Look at all that.
I think it's gonna take me about 2 years to do all that work.
No, it's not. Because why? This is
A
why.
lot. That's a lot.
See, so what you already doing is you are defeating yourself. Watch this, because this is what you should be able to do. Watch this. So let me view a student. Let's see how long it takes me. Watch this. Let's see. Let's see how long it take you. Let's do it. Watch this. So this is the first one in linear equations. So it's ordered pairs in the coordinate plane, right? Which is a guaranteed question on your exam. Watch this. Okay, let's look at it. Because your mind said, oh my God, it's gonna take me 2 years to do all that. First of all, if you tell your mind it's going to take you 2 years, it's going to take you 2 years.
I don't want it to do that.
Watch this. Keep practicing. Watch this. Skill level to be determined. What are the coordinates of A? Can somebody tell me the coordinates of A?
Uh,
Negative 2.
-1, 2, -1.
So,
No,
That should be what I have to work on too.
so you said -1, 2.
1 and
Let's
2.
check it. Bam, you are wrong. So, that wasn't the right answer.
Oh, it's
So,
like a do the
what,
rise
what
over
you
right?
what you should be doing, and this is why I say, this is why stuff may take you 2 years, because you're not going through the steps. Or ordered pair, X before Y.
Right. I'm sorry. Yeah.
My X is -2. Come down to my X. My Y is 1. So now that's easy. -2, 1. So now you come back, you try again, -2, 1. Bam, check it.
Mm.
Now,
Right.
now you're talking to yourself. X before Y. What's point D? 1, 2. Check. Next. Point A. XY. 3, 3. Boom. Check. Great job. So now that took me seconds. So now you're building your confidence. You're helping your self-esteem. So now what you're doing is now you're telling yourself it's not going to take me 2 years.
Right.
Then you go to the next one.
Too much.
And that's what you do. So I got, so you do, no, now again, I stopped at 3, but you're doing 10. You're making sure you got 10 problems right. Right? So now you got 10 right. You got your 10 right. You move to the next one. You move to the next. If you focusing on linear equations, you go to the next one, right in order. If my computer would ever load. I got like 56 windows open. That's why. Watch this. We're gonna go to the second one. Again, in order to do linear equations, you gotta know what an ordered pair is first. You can't do linear equations if you don't know what an ordered pair is. So I'm gonna go to the next one. Graphs in the coordinate planes. Click on it. Let's see. Let's see what it has. Let me see if I know. Because Mr. Tinsley went over graphs. He went over slope from 2 points. He went over slope from an equation. He went over slope from a table. So I seen the videos. I understand it. Let me go to this next one. So here, let's try it. And again, we're talking to ourselves in a positive manner, not a negative manner. It's going to take me 2 years. No. What you should be
It just seems
saying,
like it's a lot. It's
I'm
just a
starting
lot
to
of
understand linear. Listen, but that your mind is very powerful. I'm telling you, your mind is very powerful. You say you can't do something, you ain't gonna be able to do it. So what you say is, this is where the smaller chunks come in. You know what? Linear. I've been working on linear equations. Mr. Tinsley went over linear equations. You know what? Let me try the first 2 quizzes first. Let me see what I get. Let me make sure I got it. Watch this. So we're looking at this, right? Oops, they said I'm master. So let me get something wrong first. So pick that right there. Let me get something wrong first. So I go back to positive. So I go back to I'm on math. So what I did, I went through each one. Let's do this positive. So no, it's not negative. I'm trying to just read. Okay, it's almost down to proficient. I want to go down to beginning or explore. So I'm getting them wrong on purpose. So this right here, skill level. What happens is this is called adaptive practice. So with what CK12 actually does, as you get more and more questions right, it increases the difficulty. So see where I'm at. Developing. Okay, so we should be able to do the next one. So the next one should be easy, right? Given the following tables, which of the graphs below is an accurate graph of the function? Well, first of all, how do you find the slope from a table? Not hard. First of all, x is equal to y. See that? So y equal x, right? I mean, that's easy. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. So my slope is positive and my slope is 1. Understand that, right? Okay, so right away, I know my slope can't be negative. So I know it can't be B. I know it can't be C. Does everybody understand that? Because B and C are both negative slopes because from left to right, it goes down. You should know that. From left to right, if it's going up, it's positive. If it's going down, it's negative. So I know it's not B or C. So, got me? So I know it has to be positive. X is Y. So look, 1, 1. So let me make this bigger. Let me clear the screen. You have to know what you're looking at. So you have to know what a point is. This first point is 1, 1. They're giving you the point. Right here, the second one is 2, 2. 1, 1. 2, 2. 3, 3. Oh, that's easy. Oh my God. Why am I sweating that one? That's easy. Okay. Oh my God, Mr. Tinsley, I don't know how to do this problem. Look at this. They got a paragraph. They got all this information. I don't know how to do it. The table below represents the record high temperature over the course of 6 months in the city, which of the following graphs corresponds to the table. All you're doing is plugging in month 179. 179, that's 50. 179, that's 90. 1, that's 70. 1, that's 79. Easy. But you got to know what a point is. How to graph a point. Again, these are all things that you can do. But what happens is when they frame the question in a different way, oh my God, I can't do it. You got to get yourself out of it. What do they want to know? Identify your givens. What can you figure out from it? That's what you constantly have to reinforce to yourself. If you do that, what you'll see is these problems will get a lot easier. Most people see that last problem. Oh my God, I don't know how to do that. Look how easy it was, though. Just looking at the graph. A point on a graph is an X and a Y. So it didn't say find the point on the coordinate plane, but you got to know what that is. Slope intercept form, linear equations. And again, I know it's getting late. I went way past, but I want to show you because I don't want you defeating yourself. So you're going in order from the foundation and you're moving down. Anything you have trouble on, you're sending me a text, you're sending me an email, you're taking a picture. If you spending too much time, work on something else until you can either watch a video or something that can give you some clarity. Let's look at this next one. And again, I might have to get some wrong because I went through every one of these, because I wanted to give you a wide scope of anything they can give you. Oh, it's mastery. Ugh. All right, I'm gonna get some wrong on purpose. Ah. And then we're gonna do a few, and then we're gonna cut out for the night. I'm just gonna get it wrong. Just type something in. I didn't mean to get it. Minus 2x, x positive 2 plus 2 minus 2 is a 4. So it's not D. Minus 2 minus 1 minus 1 is a positive 2 minus 2 is also over 2, 2x. Let's get y. Let's get that wrong. Let's get that wrong. All right, let's look at, did I get down low? Proficient still. We want developing. So this is what I'm trying to explain to you, that as you get problems right, it's going to get harder. Okay, develop. Find the equation of a line with the given information. I know m is my slope, b is my y-intercept. I want to put it in the form y equal mx plus b. So when I get to here, I already know what m is. I already know it. So y equal minus 3x plus 4.5. Check. That's easy. But that's starting with something you know. Again, see how I reinforced it? M is my slope. I know my slope is -3. B is my y-intercept, which is 4.5. I know my slope-intercept form is y equal mx plus b. So each step of the way, you are reinforcing yourself in what you know. Let's go now. So it's developing. Now, since I got that right, here's a word problem. Family decides to go to the zoo for the day. Tickets for your family cost a total of $120 and parking costs $15 per hour. Find the total cost if you spend 7 hours at the zoo. Oh my God, Mr. Tiz, I don't know. That easy problem didn't get to. Listen, we know how much it costs. $15 per hour. That's variable. That can change. So, y equal mx plus b. 120 equal 15x plus some unknown. Right? So what they're asking, for example, here, tickets for your family cost a total of $120 and parking costs $50. Find a total cost if you spend 7 hours at the zoo. So the tickets cost $120. So let's start again. Identify your givens. Parking is $15 per hour. Find a total cost as you spend 7 hours. So $15 per hour. How many hours did we spend? 7. Hold on. 7 hours, right? That's the parking. Everybody understand that? You paid 120. Got me?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So 15 times 7 is 70 and 35. That's 105. Plus the 120 for the tickets.
24.
That's 225, correct?
Yes.
So let's see if we right.
Oh, I gotta check. Hello. Hey.
That's what you do every time. Again, slope is minus
Oh.
5.
No.
Our y-intercept is 2.5.
10 minutes still in
Our
this
slope
class.
intercept form is y equal mx plus b. Y equal negative 5x plus 2.5.
Mhm.
And you do 10. Well, they said I got 10 right. And that's what you do every step of the way. Now, also, you got Khan Academy. I showed you got Khan Academy. Also practice with Khan Academy. But the most important thing is when you go over a concept, you understand it, practice. Now, also, last thing I want to show you is I have my own exams that I made. You don't have to use CK12 if you don't want to. So let me show you. Hold on. I added CK12. I added Khan Academy. But I also added my own exams. So when you go into linear equations, if you want to cover the ones, now these questions that I made were specifically chosen to get you ready. So these right here, everything right here, these are all mine. These not under CK12. These are all mine right here. Boop. I don't know why it's fast forwarding, but again, that's all you need to do is practice, practice, practice. But make sure you got the foundational skills. Any problem that's giving you today is Monday. You shouldn't be waiting to next Monday if this problem you can't figure it out. Text me, email, take a picture, send it to me.
All right, I'm about to send you something.
All right. Everybody have a wonderful night.
All right, thank you.
I'll post
Everybody,
this tomorrow
bye.
morning.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
About to send you something.
Okay.
All right.
Hold on. I'm gonna stop the recording. Hold on.